Good morning, everybody. Well, it's another beautiful day on the farm. My phone's ringing. Come along for the ride. Let's see what we can get into today. Potential spam. We don't care about that. There's not a lot going on the farm right now. We're kind of in that low time of the year where not a lot is going on. We are going to go out later on today and put up some trail cameras, things like that, but for the most part, that's the biggest thing we got going on. This video is probably going to be a short one today. One thing I do need to do, the wife and I, next Tuesday, the 30th, which is a week from today, we are jumping on the motorcycles and we are riding out to Boone, Iowa to go to the Farm Progress Show. It's one of the bigger shows in the country. We're going to go to that. We're going to spend a day out there. And then from there, we're traveling back east to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where we're going to go to the hometown rally at the Harley-Davidson Museum. We went to the hometown rally last year. It was a great time. We're going to meet some friends out there, do the rally, and then come home. So it's kind of a twofer trip coming up next week. We're going to Iowa first to the Farm Progress Show, then we're going to Milwaukee for the hometown rally, and then we'll be home. But that being said, because we're going to the Farm Progress Show, I am going to put together a list of stuff I need for this harvest to see if I can get it or order it at the Farm Progress Show and get a discount by ordering it at a show versus just buying the stuff from my local dealer. So, that being said, I'm going to start putting together a list. The biggest item I need is a new auger. The auger on this grain cart is worn out. I need to replace the auger inside. Let me see if I can climb up there and show you guys. And of course, I can't because I've got the doors closed because there's that dinky little bit of wheat still in there, and I don't feel like dumping it on the barn floor. Awesome. Regardless, this auger that goes inside of that tube up to about here area needs to be replaced. I'm guessing it's going to be $1,500, $2,000. I don't know. I'm actually getting terrible at guessing the price of stuff anymore because of the fact that inflation and everything else. It's some things I think are going to be stupid expensive and they're not, and some things that I think are going to be relatively inexpensive are stupid expensive. Huh. Imagine that. The GoPro is actually acting up again. Figures. Piece of crap. Anyway, as you can see, I'm holding a light and a camera here, so it's kind of hard to point stuff out. But see all them bumps around the edge there? That's not supposed to be, and that's supposed to be solid there. There's a piece missing. But yeah, so that auger is worn out. If you look inside of there, that's what the other auger is supposed to look like. Well, that's what it's supposed to look like. Not like that. So, regardless, this auger needs to get replaced. It goes all the way down to the bottom down there. Hang on, I'm going to put you guys down a minute. Okay, so as you can see, that auger needs to be replaced. It's worn. What happens is when it gets worn like that, it gets sharp edges. The actual size of the auger gets smaller, so it doesn't move the amount of grain that it's capable of moving, because the grain falls in between the auger and the side of the auger shaft. So there's a gap there, which grain falls through there, and it's like a garden hose. If you only crack the valve, you're not running the garden hose at the full capacity of the hose. So it's the same concept. It's almost like you're just cracking the valve and you're only getting half of the grain out that you should be getting out. So regardless, we need a new auger for that. Also, when it gets worn like that, it gets sharp edges and it cuts the grain. And when the grains crack or cut or break, you get docked for it at the elevator. So that's a bad thing. Another thing we want to look at while we're at the farm show is price on points. Like the field cultivator, it needs new points on it. The new chisel plows need new points. And if I can get a deal by buying those at the show, then that's what I want to do, get those ordered. I'll walk over there and show you what I'm talking about there. Most of you remember my videos earlier in the springs when I replaced the sweeps on this machine. Sweeps, knockoffs, shovels, points, whatever you want to call them. Everybody calls them something different. As you can see, if you remember right, this is too small. You want to have wings on them. Like this one has some wings, so there's still a little life in there, not a lot. Like this one is worn down, needs to be changed. All of these are going to have to be changed in the next 50 acres. Most of them need to be changed now. So, and there's, I don't even remember, I think there's 60 sweeps on this whole machine. So I mean, that's a big expense. I think these sweeps are like 20 bucks a piece. So 20 times 60, that's a fair amount of money. That if we can save 10% at a show, that's 10% we can save. Another thing we need to price out is new disc blades. This disc, it's old, it's tired, it needs to be rebuilt. New bearings, new disc blades, everything. So these get to be a little pricey. Also are the points for the chisel plows. We have a chisel plow right here, the little one, and the bigger chisel plow over here. I want to price out points for that as well, because those are something that will need to be changed in the future, not this immediate. You can see this one can be flipped still. It's still got a good point on it. That one can be flipped. Most of these can be flipped, but some of them, there's a few of them that can't be flipped. Other than that, as far as equipment, I think that's all I want to look at while I'm at the farm show as far as that. Now, another big thing is the head. I'll walk over to the head and show you what we need to look for there. Now, as far as the head is concerned, the biggest thing we need is see these yellow pieces right here? These yellow pieces are called poly. Well, I'm missing 3 of them right here in a row. And then I'm missing 2 more, 5. I'm missing 6 total on this machine. So I need at least 6 pieces to replace those. I'm sure there's a few in that need to be replaced regardless. And they might not be missing, but they need to be replaced. So I usually keep about a dozen of those around, because every now and then you knock one off out in the field or whatever. Another thing we deal with is these points, or guards. Guards and knives. Those are things that break frequently on the machines. So we like to have several of those around for spares, and we need to get some more of them, because I think I'm running low. Other than that, everything should be ready to go on the head. As far as, it probably just needs to be greased because we just ran wheat and everything worked perfect for wheat. But I do need to replace those pieces of poly. Those are something that we keep in stock in the barn here because, well, it's a wear and tear item. And usually when you lose one, it's going to be Saturday night when the dealerships are closed and nobody's open on Sundays, so you got to wait till Monday to replace it. So items like that are items that we like to keep around on the shelf because of the fact that we do cut on the weekends.